In our Common Bond booklet, Part 3 is about the government and Australia's law.
He's Luke and I'm Angeline, and we'll help you answer questions from the citizenship test about how laws are made and how you, as a citizen, have a say on how Australia is governed.
In this country, we have compulsory voting. This means that all citizens who are aged 18 or over must vote in federal, state and territory elections and in a referendum.
For example, one question could be, is voting in Australian elections compulsory?
Of course, the answer is yes. Voting in elections is done by secret ballot. In this method, each person makes their choice privately or secretly so that no one else knows how they voted.
So this way, voting is free and safe. What does it take to change the Australian Constitution through a referendum?
For a referendum to be successful, we must have a double majority. This is when at least 4 out of the 6 states and more than 50% of citizens give a yes vote.
How many arms of government does Australia have? And we're not talking about arms as in hands.
No. Arms of government are branches or types of government. These are different levels of power that control the government.
Under the Australian Constitution, there are 3 arms of government.
There is the legislative power, which makes laws,
Executive power, which carries out laws.
and the judicial power, which applies laws.
What do we call a proposal to make a law in Parliament?
If a member of Parliament proposes to introduce a new law or change an existing one, this proposal is called a bill.
What do we call the key decision-making body of government?
The Cabinet. That's a committee of senior ministers who are responsible for different areas of government. Each area is called a portfolio.
Which arm of government has the power to interpret and apply laws? And the answer is...
Judicial power is given to courts. The High Court is the highest court in the Australian judicial system. A magistrate is a judge who works in a lower court.
They make decisions on legal matters, and if a person has broken the law, they decide what penalties they should have.
A penalty is a punishment that people are given for breaking the law.
Is it illegal to bribe a police officer?
A bribe is money or something else of value that is offered to someone because you want them to do something, usually something illegal. So yes, it is illegal to try to bribe a police officer because they are trying to make sure we all obey the law, and so they should be fair.
Is it against the law to use a handheld mobile phone while driving?
Yes, it is. You should also know that traffic laws are controlled by state and territory governments.
Remember, there are 3 levels of government.
Australian government, state and territory governments, and local governments.
These are all responsible for different services. I'm sure you'll have questions about it in your test.
But you'll do fine. It's all explained in Part 3 of our Common booklet.
It's available in 40 languages. Let's practice.
And please don't worry if you don't get all the answers right. We haven't talked about everything in the booklet, and you can look up any answers you don't know in the booklet if you have to. Remember, this is only a practice after all. Okay, Angeline, let's go.
Which of these is the role of the Governor-General? A, the appointment of the state premiers. B, signing all bills passed by the Australian Parliament into law. C, the appointment of the head of state. The correct answer is B. The role of the Governor-General includes signing all bills passed by the Australian Parliament into law.
Next question. Which arm of government has the power to make laws? A, legislative power, B, executive power, or C, judicial power? The answer is A. Legislative power is the power to make and change laws.
Who is responsible for building permits and social planning? A, the Australian government. B, state and territory government. C, local governments. The correct answer is C. Local governments are responsible for building permits and social planning.
Next question is, what do we call a proposal to make a law in Parliament? Is it A, a vote, B, bill, C, ballot? The correct answer is B. The proposal to make a law or change an existing one is called a bill. So, how did you go? Now remember, you can always watch this video again if you want to review anything we've talked about. Then when you're ready, watch our next video. It's all about Australian values. Come on, let's finish strong together.